Huge, huge moment in UFL history. Now, why do I say that? Because they're going head to head with another football game regarding big updates. And we're going to see who can get more buzz, who has more buzz right now, and who delivers better. Because there really is an open spot for second place. Now, we got to be 100, keeping it 100, as the gangsters say. eFootball is ahead of UFL as far as true football. But they went so heavy on the AI control over there that they're just losing serious players. They're losing respect from the general player base. And so UFL, if you haven't followed my content, make sure you go watch. I got a beautiful chaos video. I got another video about UFL's garbage. And the best football game? Question mark. Now, why is that? Well, go watch the videos and find out more details. But the bottom line is UFL, for crazy reasons, mainly because these other development companies are just dumb. UFL is right there in the mix in its own lane of kind of this wonky game with these crazy ability perks that are oddly satisfying. So if they got rid of some of the things so there's not cross after cross after cross and like certain stuff, and their customization is always fantastic. Some of the perks are brilliant. Some of them are just really gimmicky. But they're all powerful in some way, except for like ball roll, that outside bender on a free kick when you already have auto free kick goals from the regular ones. Like Del Piero scores every damn time. My Del Piero, other people's Del Piero, he doesn't have any of the special things. So what I'm getting at is what we're about to go over in these update notes is a pretty big deal. At the end of it, I'll give you my overall review and my grade. Just to give you, an example, eFootball did their big presentation earlier. They are expanding AI functions only for verse AI matches, but it's still a joke. They're nerfing through balls, which were a big problem, particularly the diagonal through balls. They added a connection between defensive awareness and acceleration because sometimes defenders aren't fast, but they're defensively aware, positionally aware, and so they're good. Think of Van Dijk's, think of Gabriel's. There's certain real-life defenders that aren't speed demons, but they shut down the fast attackers all day. Well, why is that? That's what Konami added in. So they have that football brilliance in their development team. They just choose to cater to low skill and ratty players. UFL, they don't got shit. I mean, they hired like the lowest of the low as far as gameplay goes, because every patch typically like makes something worse. So hopefully that changes, right? You're constantly seeing all the people they're hiring and shit. So let's read these notes and let's see what we got. So schedule maintenance update will take place. So it's going to be like 3 a.m., 7 to 10, only 3 hours. I think that's like 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let me check that while we're live and on the air. The server will be unavailable, we already know, right? But if you look at the time conversion here, 10 o'clock UTC is 4 a.m. So sometimes they get done early, but by 4 a.m. we will be able to play this updated version. If you're spending on packs, which I can't because I wasted all mine on Black Friday, you can go after the new Holland and Mbappe. I got like $6. I'll probably put in for the new Team Pass, probably get the new Legend, but the pack system is such a broken mess. I mean, I saw that in Black Friday, so I strongly recommend you do not spend money, but I'm a degenerate too who likes spending my money on football games, so I get it if you do, but I strongly suggest you don't. I have videos to show you horror stories of why not to, including the crazy October pack opening where I got nothing. I'm talking nothing. I could have burnt money for heat and it would have been a better use. So let's get into these notes, and they actually have a little video. Supreme Team Pass. What? Oh my god, it is Roberto Carlos. I need a left back. I'm getting Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto. I gotta update this. I gotta update it. Unbelievable. It's Roberto Carlos coming to UFL. No kidding. Wow. Roberto Carlos. So let's see the rest here. Fixed headers. No way. Right here. Get out of here on that bottom of the screen. Wow. So right off the bat, they hit us with a banger. Now, to some of you, you've read about this, but you haven't heard the king of UFL's opinion on it. That is the biggest thing you must know. The king's opinion. Now, the header fixes, that's huge because obviously I don't even know the percentage, but it's huge, right? Think about how many games come down to just several crosses on each end to determine the game. Updated low pass animations. Okay, any update in animations is good. Added new skills. I don't know if that's good because some of their skills get crazy. So if it's something that you can just spam, that's not good, right? So we have to see about where that goes. Enhanced jockey control is so needed. Improved defense. Will it work out? Will it work out? Fix stamina consumption and fine-tune goalkeeper behavior. Guys, that could mean they fixed the glitch where you automatically trigger them punching the ball and score. We got to go back to this whole gameplay because they're obviously showing this stuff. Okay, let's watch, and then we'll read too. But so far, A+. So far, A+. But remember, though, I got to bring back my historical UFL pitch notes breakdowns. I must say, they do a fantastic job of this part and a fantastically horrible job of actually delivering in game. That's what we must see. Here we go. Oh! The keepers are going to be... So the keepers are just going to be broken. The keepers are just going to be broken. The keepers are just going to be broken. What did I just miss? Okay. Special holiday event. December 18th. Cutscene ultra skip. Left and right bumpers so you can go quicker there. Alright, here we go. Alright, guys. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. Huge update. So, first things first. Agile dribbling. New passive skills. So they're adding agile dribbling, which is basically controlled dribbling. I wonder if that's going to enhance. So it's passive. So that just gives you the boost in the skill area, right? Agile dribbling will just be like dribbling and ball control boost, right? So that's no big deal, these passive skills, but ground pass, interceptions, diving against chip shots. What the heck? So these just update stats and they give them these names. They might as well just say like boosting, new skill boost, but it tells you what area it's supposed to help you in. So I guess that's cool. Handling against finesse shots, but in the stats sheet, it would just be like plus 10 handling. You see what I mean? Reflexes against basic shots, handling against free kicks, attacking runs, stamina, and attacking runs. So they both, I'm assuming, attacking runs is probably offensive awareness. Attacking runs, stamina is literally stamina. Ship shot accuracy is like shooting. I don't know, shooting. New functional skill tracker. Increases speed and agility of jockey. New functional skill tracker. So that's functional. But wait a second. There's ability perk, passive skills, functional skill. Will that show as a passive skill? So this tracker is going to be ridiculous. But why not just add this to all defenders, guys? Why add it as a skill? And you know who's going to have it? The guy that I'm going to purchase tomorrow named Roberto Carlos. Hopefully his mid-level card has it too. He's going to be a jockey freak. And he's going to have that. And his 92 is going to have that. And then they're going to have that he's going to have the overlapping one, attacking one, I bet. Fixed an issue that allowed players to frequently score headers from crosses. Fixed an issue. No details, though. So they basically just super powered the goalkeeper. So guess what, guys? Haaland may not be. You might want to go with all, like, now Mbappe and Del Piero and these boys become meta. I'm sure Haaland will still be broken. But at the same time, if you take away headers, I mean, Holland is still a beast, but if you take away headers, not nearly as much. I'd almost rather have like 2 quick shot, finesse shot type guys, which my Holland has the finesse shot one. Fix an issue that allowed players. Okay, so adjusted goalkeeper reactions to long range finesse shots and reduce the frequency of hitting the crossbar to long range finesse shots. Okay, so now long range finesse shots aren't as likely to go in. Rebalance jockey. Okay, there we go. So they added a skill, but they still rebalanced it. Increased agility and slightly reduced movement speed. So why they did that is because you would run by the attacker. So now when you jockey, the players can move side to side better, but they're not going to freaking run so, go so fast they slip by the attacker while they're like control dribbling, R1 dribbling. But now you can keep up with them when they're doing all those cuts. That is brilliant stuff. Goalkeeper, improve ball direction during saves. The ball is more likely to be cleared to a safe zone. They copied off of FC, and thank God they did, because that was a huge plus in FC, right? There were so many players that would literally just go for any shots just for the rebound, and it happens so much. Like I said, those players that are triggering the crosses that make the goalkeeper punch the ball, hopefully that's gone with this. Improved goalkeeper behavior and reactions in various match situations. Updated ground pass animations. Updated animation for the lane change feint move. Improved the performance of the heel to ball roll feint. Refined the super cancel animation during dribble sprint. What is that, guys? So I'm dribble sprinting. How do you super cancel in UFL? Because I did not know. Can somebody tell me so I can put it in this? How do you literally super cancel in UFL? This is news to me. If somebody could put it in the chat so I could add it in this video that we are live recording. Your boy didn't even know you could super cancel, or I forgot. Adjusted how fatigue affects shot parameters. Refined the fast low finesse skill. So that, I bet, means it's nerfed. Refined. Because the shots go on the ground at 3,000 miles an hour and it looks stupid as hell, bro. It's super broken. But now they might make it super not broken. Now, here's the funny thing. I called this. I said, wait for the new season to start with the new legend. And they're going to change things so that new legend is centered. Like, oh, this is all good for him. And they're going to change the meta. So you purchased all these players around that meta. Around these broken headers for Holland. Broken finesse shots so you get, broken quick finesse shots so you get like Yamal on the right. And Del Piero, you want him because he's... No, now they're going to come up with all new stuff. You watch. And that's how they're going to try to get you to keep buying players. Now, the only bad thing about that, and I don't think they'll change it to the point where it's just like totally useless, but hopefully they get to the point where you can use any of these players and they're all like powerful in their own ways. Then we got a good football game. But if they just change it around to from broken mechanic to broken mechanic, then it's always just going to be glitch central bullshit, just a new glitch, different day. So let's see what these changes make. But so far, you got improved defensive animations on jockey, so now you can keep up with the players that dribble in circles and shit. You can't just cross every time for headers. If it translates, we'll see. Like, I probably go cross tomorrow with Howell in the first header, boom, goal. But you never know. I mean, it looks like the goalies are going to turn into freaking Spider-Man, is what it looks like. Right? The fast, low finesse shot, another pretty broken way you get in the box. You just think that could be a regular looking shot now, or it could be just a shit shot now. We'll have to see. Improved shot trajectories, enhanced accuracy logic based on the shooter's position and angle to the goal. Fixed how weak foot affects shot power. Improved pass target selection during free kicks and defensive. Improved pass target selection during... Okay. Refine the default shot trajectory on free kicks. It is now straighter, and applying curve requires using the right stick. No shit. So it's now straighter. So you don't get that automatic Del Piero curve around Roberto Carlos stupid shit. Now, when you take a free kick, you gotta manually apply it, and maybe there'll be some skill there. We'll have to see. Adjusted the logic for triggering quick subs to allow replacing players who become... Wow, adjusted the logic for triggering quick subs. Allow replacing who become heavily fatigued during... Perfect. Fixes. Fix an issue where passes with lower power buildup would incorrectly target the opposite flank. Yes. Yes. Every time on crosses, but they're not really needed anymore because crosses are pretty much nerfed. Fixed incorrect pass animation when kicking off from the center. AI assist bot. Defensive AI behavior. Improved player positioning under the active contained mechanic. Positioning now more strongly depends on the perceived threat of the opponent's direction of movement with the ball. Introduce a new interception stance. The player will attempt to position between the opponent and the ball to block potential pass trajectories. Interesting. Player attributes will now have a greater impact on how quickly players react to changes in the opponent's movement direction and when switching to a new. Okay. Pretty much all of these, we have to really just see them in the game. Improve positioning inside the box. Players will move more actively, change positions more and stay closer to the ball. That's brilliant. Increase the impact of player attributes on how effectively players get open for a pass inside the penalty area. Yeah, increase the impact of player. So that's it. They made offensive awareness, more involved. That's huge. Push squad forward, pull squad back. So, oh my God. While the set piece is active, you can now push your squad all the way up or pull them back with the right bumper. Unlimited amount of times. Not just, oh crap, I pushed them up, now I'm screwed. You can push them up and go, nope, I want them to come back, and then RB it. Right? So that's cool. Improve positioning of the attacking team's defensive line after being called back. So the attacking team's defensive line. So I guess when they call back, they're all out of shape and it messes things up. Improve midfield positioning on free kicks taken from your own half or the center of the pitch. Players will stay closer to the ball to provide more options for a short and safe set piece. Okay. Defensive bot behavior. Based on the situation on the pitch and the positioning of teammates, the bot can now play first touch ground pass. Okay. We don't care about that. Defensive bot behavior. We don't care. That's all, AI stuff. Supreme team pass. What the impressive new content, a new legendary footballer, which is Roberto Carlos. The Supreme Team. Oh, Supreme Team. Exciting challenge. Supreme Team, this is the team of the year, basically. 94, not 95. It's 94 Mbappe, 94 Haaland, 94 Dems, 94 Yamal, Bellingham, Virgil, Saliba. All broken. All of them have different traits. So I have the 91 version. So this is fast finesse shot. Can't tell what Mbappe's is. Let's see if we can blow this up. We can't. It's a 50-50 on either getting the basic or the sword one is what they're saying. Ruben Neves, some absolute beast Supreme Team players. So the new game changers. Add the ability to instantly skip cutscenes. That's cool. You just hold the top 4. Added a new in-game camera preset. Dynamic. We might have to check that out. I go with isometric so it's further away because I like to see more of the pitch. They added all this Umbro stuff. The Trianda Winter Ball is in. Trianda Winter Ball. Fixed a number of UI bugs and crashes. Fixed stuff in the stadiums. Updated the soundtrack. So, overall, not too bad. I'm going to give it only a B+, but it moves to an A or an A+, depending on how effective what they say goes into the game, because they have a history of not matching what they said to what happens in game. So right now a B+ though, because the efforts are there. And if they can fix all this server nonsense that's going on in some places, I don't know why some servers were shut down, or maybe they can reopen them bitches. I don't know how it works. But some of that bad gameplay is ridiculous, right? You don't need that in a new game like this, because that screams FC shit. No one wants to deal with another version of that. So, aside from that, when you just look at the gameplay stuff, they addressed a lot of stuff wrong. For me, I already spent too much on Black Friday. I'm not going for any of these players, but they're going to be absolutely broken. I mean, I have a 91 Hound, so these are just ridiculous cards. I have a weird feeling, though, that it's going to be tough to get these sons of guns. We'll have to see. So let's see when it's... Oh, it goes a pretty long way, so you never know. I may change my mind. Right? So December 12th. Wait a second. Supreme Team Pass. Okay. So December 4th, tomorrow. I'm reading the date wrong. They're doing the date like some damn not Americans, man. What the hell? So December 4th to January 8th. So still a decent amount of time if you want to get some of these players. I'm definitely going for that Roberto Carlos, the mid-level one that you can pretty much get right away. Without a doubt. Because I need a left back. Really badly. Grimaldo's decent, but dude, Roberto Carlos, are you serious? So yeah, B+ for me, bro. I mean, right off the bat, there's some very good stuff in there. I got to figure out how to super cancel. Uh, if you guys know, leave in the comments section, please. Because they're talking about something changed in the ability to super cancel on your sprint dribble, among a bunch of other stuff. But, I'm getting refreshed on UFL. I remember doing so many of these pitch notes. I used to do them directly from my phone while I was at work or something. Like, oh, the new pitch notes. I'd be doing them in the side, like outside in the bathroom, like in the truck. You'd hear the truck all bouncing around as a work truck. So it's cool. It brings back some good memories, right? It brings back some great memories, and I just try to have fun in this game because it's far, far, far from perfect. And if you try to look at what it could have been, we can't go back there. At least not right now because Konami's well deep into the jungle, if you will, and we're just along for the ride. We're gonna try to enjoy it. Let me know you're gonna get Roberto Carlos. You're going to go after any of these insane Supreme Team players. I love the name, by the way. You got Totti, or Team of the Year, and then you got Tots, Team of the Season, NFC, and UFL. You got like some other, who knows? They have terrible names and stuff like that. But you got the Supreme Team and some cool card designs. And you got Roberto Carlos, the Brazilian legendary left back, coming tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. Stay tuned for more.